88.1 XFM Tauranga Hit Music Station, also in a sponsored episode of Mike Time with Marty. Jet's Car Grooming, all the way from Tauranga. If you want your car spick and span, just go Jet's Car Grooming. I have got a voice impersonator, comedian, jack of all trades. He has 2.6 million followers on TikTok and an astounding 28,000 on YouTube. So say hello to Chris.
Hiya, pal.
So first of all, Chris, what's the time for you right now?
Say that again.
What's the time for you?
It is 6 p.m. exactly. We are right on cue.
11 a.m. here. My goodness.
And the sun's still shining. It is spring. I don't even know. Like when you contacted me, I was like, New Zealand. Wow. Like it's amazing how much reach videos and content can have. Because yeah, when I tell people, yeah, it's somebody from New Zealand, I don't know. I guess they saw my videos. I don't know. He wants to talk to me. I don't know.
Like, to be honest, I've been a big fan of your videos for a while. So just being able to sit here and talk to you, I'm like kind of like fanboying a little bit, but I've got to say,
he's an OG. Do you remember when you like, or what video?
I started TikTok about 2019.
Yeah.
And I remember just scrolling through late hours of the night and seeing you doing Jim Carrey. And I love Jim Carrey. Like, he's the reason I do comedy.
Yeah.
So seeing that, I'm like, hell yeah. And now that I have this show, I'm like, double hell yeah, I'm going to have this guy on here.
Oh, he likes that.
You're right, I do.
He's yeah, an absolute inspiration for me. But literally 2019, I think that's when I joined too. And the funny story about that is it was a bet that I lost because I was like, I'm not downloading TikTok because I'll get addicted to it. I know I will. And here we are.
Here we are. All right. Well, first question of the agenda. How did you get started doing voice impressions, doing comedy?
I think realistically it started when I was little. I think we had watched Shrek, and like after watching the movie, I was talking to my mom and I just straight up dropped into Donkey and was like, oh, you're a girl dragon, aren't you? And just that initial moment when my mom was like, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. You should do that again. And then all of a sudden it just became this fun thing to try to mimic characters or items from movies. And there's tons of characters I can't do, and there's tons that I can do. Like I know one person has asked for like Homer Simpson. I didn't really grow up with The Simpsons, so like that repertoire is null and void. Like I can say don't, but that's about it.
Well, whoever wants Homer Simpson, send them my way, because that's one of the ones that I can do.
Oh, perfect. And see, I will do that. So some people have been like, hey, do Adam Sandler. I want to see Adam Sandler. And there's this other guy, Michael Messer, who like his is immaculate. And I feel like, we should celebrate. You can't expect everybody to do everything. I can't juggle, for example, but point it in the direction and celebrate the gifts that we have.
Oh, exactly. So your first voice impression that you did was Donkey.
Yeah, let's go for that. It's on the record. Yeah.
Mine was Stitch.
Oh, Stitch, yes.
Stitch.
And if you can do Stitch, that means you can do Smeagol.
Alas, I can't do Smeagol.
Yeah.
So do you like to embrace the characters? Like, of course, like when I do Donald Trump, I have the hand movements, I have the pouty lips.
Yeah, it's very important to get into character. Like when I do the Grinch, I almost always have my mouth out to the side, something like this.
Yeah.
You can do it without the grapes if you need to. Smeagol, like what we were just doing, just like literally hunching your back. Pennywise, just throw your face down. It really, really helps to become the character. And if you watch any voice acting, for anybody who's trying to get into it, like it's the people who do it are they're embracing the whole character, and you're just hearing the voice, but you really, if your body's into it, it changes everything.
Exactly. What's been the latest voice impression that you've learned?
Ooh. Ooh. I'm trying to think. There was a series. Did you see the series I did with all of the, like when I was going through the different color groups?
Oh, so the one we did the alphabet.
Yes, yeah, that one too. So there are characters in that one that I had never tried before. I would say as an impressionist, there are certain voices like the Grinch that I could just do that all day. And then there's other characters where I can make like one or two noises. But if you said full phrases, couldn't do that. So I don't know. The list, I will tell you, I made a list as I was trying to apply for something, and it was just barely over 200 of like named voices. But I also love like just straight up making up voices, or just trying to play with my face a little bit and make up characters at the same time. So I don't know if it's locked into like, oh, this one's new. It's like, oh, that guy sounds like that. I know how to do that.
Yeah.
I definitely, my favorite was Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. Unacceptable! I was like, this guy just yells. It's great.
So, with me, I can do Stewie Griffin, Mr. Crocker, and Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Oh, let me hear your Stewie, because that's one I struggle with.
Ew, what do you mean you struggle with Stewie Griffin?
Yes. It's beautiful.
So do you find that you have voices that kind of sound similar?
Yeah, for sure. Like what we just talked about with Gollum, Gollum, Stitch. Stitch is Ohana Moon's family, and then Gollum is and then you revert it back or just add a little bit more I don't even know how to explain it, but have you ever seen Aqua Teen Hunger Force? It also kind of sounds like your boy Meatwad. If you just throw in a little bit more to that, that'll do it for you. So if you can do a couple, you can just throw, and honestly, it's just playing with your voice and trying enough, because that's the thing. Like Stewie is just one that I don't try that often. So if I watch a character enough, it could probably happen.
Yeah. So, have you seen a TV series called Big Mouth? It's on Netflix.
Yes, but only through clips. I've never actually watched a whole episode.
Okay, because when you kind of sound like Smeagol, it kind of sounded like one of the hormone monsters, which is
Oh yeah, I'm the hormone monster. Yeah.
yes. Hey, yo, old Steve. Yeah. All right. Well, Chris, are you ready to play the first game of the agenda?
Oh, let's do it. Lock me in.
All right, let's do it. Okay, so how well are you about thinking on your feet?
Not so much, because I'm sitting down at the moment. Yesterday we did a intense workout with my boys. It was an hour separated into 3 hours. How many squats could you do in an hour? How many push-ups could you do in an hour? And then how many pull-ups could you do in an hour?
Oh, I won't be doing that anytime soon.
Yeah. So I'm gonna sit down for this competition, but you go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some quick fire questions. You just gotta answer them as quickly as you possibly can.
All right,
All right, are you ready?
go.
All right, Sprite or Coke?
Sprite,
All right, sunset or sunrise?
sunset,
Summer or winter?
summer.
Famous person you've met?
You, Hunter Hayes,
Ooh, okay, celebrity that you want to meet?
Will Smith,
Ooh, okay.
and
Uh,
Jim.
are you a watcher or a reader?
A watcher.
Okay, favorite movie?
I Robot.
Okay, favorite TV series?
Mm. Do cartoons count?
Mm-hmm.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, yes, hello, Timmy Turner.
Timmy Turner.
Fairly Parents. How do you have your coffee?
How do I have it?
Mhm.
Creamer first, then pour in the coffee.
Okay. If you could pick one talk show, not mine, to be on, like Ellen DeGeneres, Jimmy Fallon, who would you want to go on?
Ooh, Jimmy would be cool, but I wish that I was in the generation so I could be on Leno.
Leno. Okay. If you weren't doing voice impressions and comedy, what would you be doing?
What would you be doing? I actually do have a day job, and I am an art teacher.
Oh, yes, that's right. You do have an art account.
Yes,
I had to have a look at that.
that I don't market at all.
All right. What advice would you give someone that's wanting to practice voices?
Try it and don't be afraid to look like an absolute idiot.
Couldn't say it better myself. And final question, which seems to be the most hardest question for some reason. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That is the tough questions. Let me just look into the future real quick. Hold on. All right, I had a peek there. I hope to grow my channels. I want to actually do what you are doing right now. I've actually considered starting a podcast because I think as a content creator, sometimes it can get slightly lonely. There's not, my core friend group isn't, we're not all creators, right? So it'd be fun to talk to other people who do it all the time. I still plan on teaching, but I also want to definitely have already gotten started on my voice acting career. That's like huge. So that's what this next year and the next couple of years will be dedicated to.
Okay. Well, Chris, here's your chance for redemption. You get to ask me some quick fire questions. You can be as difficult as you want.
Ooh. All right. Do you sleep on your stomach or your back?
Side.
Do you prefer a shower before you go to bed or when you wake up?
Before I go to bed.
Okay. Would you rather work on a desktop or a laptop?
Laptop.
If you only had one voice that you had to do for the rest of your life and it became your new voice, what would it be?
Jolly.
No, Mark, shut up. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. You're so annoying. What is a hidden talent of yours?
Well, one, voice impressions, but also I play with cards.
Do what? Those came out of nowhere. You're a magician. You just
and I've dropped them every week. Continue talking.
You went straight anime for a second, which leads me to my next question. Do you have a favorite anime?
I don't really watch anime, but Dragon Ball Z or One Piece.
That's actually Dragon Ball Z is how I got started drawing. So that's like, in terms of like characters and trying different things, that probably had a little bit of influence too. Just like the weirdness of the skits sometimes. What's something you wish you could do?
Attract females. No, I don't know.
Females are an elusive species.
Yeah.
You must wait for them.
I wish I could play the trumpet.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I wish I said I needed to learn how to play an instrument like 3 years ago or something. So I taught myself how to use a DJ platter. So that was like the extent of it. And we're talking like a wedding DJ, not Skrillex club level DJ. So that's my musical instrument. You got to get, have you seen those things where there's two rods and you just like wave your hand through the laser and it makes noises?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is going on? Where it is literally going to be, which leads me to my next question. What do you think what crazy thing do you think we will see in our lifetime?
Oh, the funny thing is, I interviewed a guy who was on Penn and Teller for us, and he asked the exact same question.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to have holographic phone calls. Don't know why, but when people do live streams, it's a hologram. And
Yeah.
hopefully, well, maybe in the next 10 years, we won't be having normal food. It will just be a small little tablet. Swallow it, you're full.
And that's it. You imagine the preparation for that. It's just all this decor for one cube and little chocolate sauce around it.
And the weird thing is, it will still taste processed.
And then when did you, or when did you realize that you wanted to do impressions or started doing impressions?
I don't know whether they were just being nice or they were actually being sincere. There was a lady, I was just walking down and I was just whistling away, being my happy jolly little self. She's like, "You're really funny." I'm like, "What you talking?" She's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to you." I'm like, "Oh, thank you." She's like, "You should be a comedian." I go, "Okay." And I go to my dad, "Dad, what's a comedian?"
Yeah.
It's someone.
Not you, son.
Yeah. He's like, "It's someone that makes people laugh." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can do that." He's like, "You haven't made me laugh. I just do this," and he goes, "Ha ha ha ha." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, the people around you, you'll start to question it because like I am married. My wife, I'll show her a video and she's like, "That is so stupid." And those are the ones that do exceedingly well. And then the ones that she finds hilarious don't do as well. And it's just funny. It's like, if she hates it, we're good. We're good.
All right, last question.
For you, right?
Yes.
Ooh, all right. You get to travel to any place in the world. Where are you going?
Mexico.
Mexico. Ooh, wow.
Oh, I just love the language, tequila.
Yeah. But mostly the tequila.
Yes, but mostly the tequila, vato. But no, just the language. Even just hearing someone saying Espanol, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's a very clean language. You pronounced it extremely well. Did you minor or do anything?
No, just learned it during high school.
Yeah.
And also one of my favorite voice actors, voice impersonators are Azris, who's now the voice of Cleveland Brown for Family Guy.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh, that's nice.
I want him to be on my show. And he has a guy called Manny. It's like, vato, that's a modelo. And
Yeah.
I just love that.
Mi mejor amigo es de Mexico. So my best friend growing up was from Mexico. And I got pretty good at it. We had a trip in college where I went to Spain, and that was probably like the height of speaking it. And then, but when I started teaching, and then like if you don't use it, I mean, it's gone. It's gone. I can pick up from a few words, but there's no way I could carry on a full conversation.
So, of course, doing teaching, do your students ever like watch your videos and ask you to do voice impressions or anything like that?
Most of the time, the characters, the voices, whoever you want to call them, the other guys, they just come out of nowhere. A lot of people, some people are still finding out. They'll be like, I saw you on my For You page. I'm like, you didn't know that yet? But when it first started happening, like, I mean, the kids, they were losing their mind when I had 10,000 followers. So it's definitely a wild situation to be in, to have random people. We just went shopping earlier today, and like the cashier noticed me and pointed out and was like, oh my gosh, my daughter, my kids watch you all the time. And so it's there was one time at a movie theater that somebody noticed. So it is a little strange, but it's also kind of its own universe, right? Because if you're not on TikTok, it's like, who is that guy? Who is that guy? So I've been trying to push YouTube a little harder, but there's something about TikTok and the ease of being able to post a video and do all the editing, and just everything is in-house. And I think that's why people, especially me as a creator, like love that so much.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times where I've been recognized. I think one of them was a couple of weeks ago. I was at the local supermarket, and this kid was just sitting there staring at me. I'm like, are you okay? It's like, can you do me a favor? I'm like, yeah. Raise your eyebrow. He goes, it's Martin. I'm like, everything's okay. Don't look this way.
Oh, that's your signature. This is you on all the posters. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, my nickname is Manchild.
Nice.
That works. All right. So we were talking about you doing art. Let's have a look at some of them. I haven't actually seen this. I don't know.
Do it.
All right. Let's go.
Yeah, every time, there's a couple times that I'll give you my website too if you want that. That might give you a better view too.
Okay. First one. Already love it. Already love it.
Yes. So I did this thing when I first started teaching. I was an elementary art teacher for 5 years, and now I'm teaching high school. And I did this thing where, as a class reward, if your class, it was broken into, there was a red face, which was like yellow, which was like green, and then platinum, which was like this big sparkly poster thing. And basically, if your class was blue or higher, I would throw everybody's name into a bucket, and whoever's name I drew, I would draw you a picture of whatever you want. Mm-hmm. Craziest request I got was, I want you to draw me and Adam Levine riding Unikitty over a rainbow. And I was like, you got it. That one's in there somewhere, I think, on the Instagram. Another one was like a pug wizard on a dragon. But it was just probably 15 drawings every other week, something like that. It made me really fast. And I'm able to whip out drawings pretty quickly now. And when I look back now, I think it was really good practice. But a lot of times when I get to choose what type of art I want to do, it really turns really abstract. If I'll give you let me put my website in the chat.
I've already got it. I'm already
Oh
on.
yeah. Afro Works. Yeah. The thing that people ask for the most is, it's babies and dogs and just, pictures of themselves. So after a while, you kind of get tired of doing the same thing, which kind of falls into my content sometimes too, because you'll notice that sometimes people really fall into like, I do this and this is all I do. And like, I love the Grinch. I love my Mickey series. I love the Broads, but I have to try different things and do different things and cycle back, or I'll tire myself out and become bored with it.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. People think that I primarily do interviews, and then I'm like, no, look at my link tree. I'm on Cameo. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Clapper. I'm on Rizzle. I'm on everything.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the wild thing is, like I know you now, but there's people. I remember some guy who was verified, and he reached out or sent a message about one of the Broad videos, and he was like, dude, I want to be in one of those. Which, by the way, if you want to be in one of those, we can splice you in. But I was like, dude, I got to be honest. Your comment is the first time I've run across you on this app, and I liked his videos, and I just think it's wild. I applaud their algorithm because it shows me stuff I like for the most part, but it's weird because when you think about like millions of people, like that's a lot, but there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people.
Well, that goes on to my next question. What was your reaction when I asked you for this interview?
I've had I've had probably 3 or 4 different types of interviews. One's been like this format. One was through Anchor, which is like another podcast format. I think in a way it's an honor to meet somebody else, another creator, and talk and share my story. But also just to have a conversation and ask questions or answer questions that, people, especially with like the content creation, I'm sure I could share some information and people would really care, but do they really? So that's where these opportunities are great, because we can elaborate on where it started or where we want to go or where we want to be, or just a chance to dive. I mean, attention spans are getting shorter. I'm seeing it.
Oh god. All right, Chris, part 2 of game 2. Have you seen a show called Hot Ones?
Hot Ones. Oh, with the chicken wings?
Yes.
Oh no, please.
We do not have chicken wings, thank God. But I'm going to take an idea from that little talk show, and we are going to dabble into your Instagram, and you just have to explain that gram.
Okay. you got it, mister.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. All right, let's go with
He's traveled through the archives. Bada bing, bada boop. All right. So this was my phase of, I used to wear like a short sleeve shirt and a tie, like almost every single day. And I loved crazy ties. But it got to the point where it was just a hassle to put on. We didn't technically have to wear ties. And this was a shirt I came across, and you can see there's like lemons and lobsters and just crazy stuff. So I was like, instead of wearing crazy ties, I'll wear crazy shirts instead. So I was just I was just feeling myself. That's like, I was like, I love this shirt.
All right. Next one. This has brought back a lot of childhood memories.
I did awesome show, by the way, right?
Very.
It really teaches children and adults a lot of things that they wouldn't have thought about before. I did face painting for field day, which is like at the end of the school year, all the kids get to go outside, throw sponges, play all kinds of games.
Mhm.
And I had drawn that arrow on myself just as I was sitting in the chair in between students coming to get their face painted. Completely forgot that I had it on my forehead, went to get gas, pumped gas at the gas station, got back in my truck, closed the door, looked in the rearview mirror, and I was like, so yeah.
Alright. Next one. I like warm hugs.
Hugs. La, 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 la. As an art teacher, you and just the creative person, you get asked favors all the time.
Mhm.
So that was another teacher who had this idea for a bulletin board. So I made them that for their bulletin board.
Okay. And let's go for one more. Okay. This caption says, now how am I supposed to compete with that?
Oh man, dude, that is back in the archives. Well, if you read it, it says your village was raided by Jesus. I can't fight with a god. Yeah. So that was one of few games that I like refused to download. And then I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. It was that one, Candy Crush, Plants vs. Zombies. There was a few, you're like a rebel, like, I'm never playing those games. You can't convince me. And then I had them hidden on, like, if you swipe my phone 4 times, they're like all in a group out to the side. Now there's so many videos on my phone, I can't download any apps because I don't have any storage left.
Goodness.
I'm like deleting things so that I can make new stuff. So needless to say, when I get a new phone, I think there's a terabyte option for the new iPhone 13. So
Right.
just a straight up brick hard drive sticking off. It's gonna be like.
So when you do characters, so of course you dress up as the Grinch. When you go to, like, I don't know, like a costume store, and you'll be going, I need a Grinch costume and I need it now. What are people's reactions?
Call J.G. Wentworth, 877 cash now. That is the glory of Amazon. I have gotten props at stores, or different costumes. Recently there was something at Party City, I think. And I had the same situation that you did, where this guy passed by the aisle, goes, and I was like, hi, pal. And he was like, it is you. It is. Because I think when you first glance, you're like, no, that's not it. And they think like, he doesn't live in California. He can't be famous. No. I'm just out here in Virginia making videos in my garage. But yeah, I'll get random, like, I'll just see something I like, or something I think I can throw into a skit. I do love props. You'll notice a lot of props in my skits. I'm actually thinking of a series where I share my PO box. That might be a problem. but let's keep it PG-13, everybody. But basically, like, have fans send me something to use as a prop in a video, and then tag that person or creator when I use that prop. What do you think about that? What do you think about that?
So you also did a series of you being the Flex Seal tape dude.
Oh yeah. Hi, Phil Swift here with Flex Seal. You know, that led to a brand deal, you know.
It did. What was your reaction when you got the brand deal?
I freaked. I was dropping stuff off at school, and if I could mimic the situation, I saw Flex Seal X Chris Tudafer, and I was like, like that. And then I walked in and basically met with two of the girls over top of their marketing department. I thought for a split second when we hopped on that Zoom that Daddy Phil Swift himself was going to be in the middle, and he was not. And I was like, oh, but they have mentioned the possibility of going down to Florida at some point and like being in a commercial or something. So I've got ideas out the wazoo. I'm not going to tell them all to them because I don't want them to steal them. But you know, and I can still, they reach out to me. It's not like every time I make a video, they're paying me. They reach out to me for ones that they want. And that's kind of how that partnership works. And it's good. It's really fun. And I'm glad that was noticed, because that's what half the comments are like. You guys need to pay this man. You all need to use him in your advertising.
Give this man the money.
And it's funny you bring that up. Flex Cup. Yeah, the rubberized cup. That was one of my that was a video that like skyrocketed my followers. So I think for a while I was stuck. I was just like in a plateau at like 180,000, somewhere in there, 200,000 ish. And then like I started that series and then kept rolling with that. And then I jumped straight into Mickey. And like, before you know it, I had 1 million and we were la la land.
La la land. All right. Are you ready to play the proper game?
Oh, yes.
All right. So I have got a series of questions here, which I like to call this game third time's the charm. So I'm going to give you a category like movies, beverages, and you just got to name 3 of them.
All right.
All right. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Throw it.
Name 3 brands of chocolate.
Hershey's, Snickers, and Milky Way. Those are just all candy bars.
All right. Name 3 celebrities beginning with the letter B.
Ooh. Next question. Give me another letter.
Okay. M.
M. Matthew McConaughey, Matt Damon, and Mickey Rourke.
Okay. For B, could have been Barry Gibb, Beyonce, Britney Spears.
Yes, good.
Here we go. All right.
I don't know why B was like.
I don't know. All right. Name 3 foods you hate.
Ooh, that's tough because I love food. Calamari, onions, and I hate I hate chocolate chip pancakes.
Okay. Wait, why do you not like chocolate chip pancakes?
So when my mom met my stepdad, I think I was in middle school, and like whenever we would hang out with him, which was like every weekend, we would go over to his house, and this is like all this man knew how to make was chocolate chip pancakes. He had two daughters. I think they were in elementary when I was in middle school, and that's what they loved. So that's what we had every weekend for I think 4 years straight, and I can't even look at it anymore.
Oh my goodness.
Chocolate. I always hated it.
All right. Name 3 celebrities you have met.
Oh man. So I told you Hunter Hayes we met at a concert. I'm gonna meet Phil Swift. Does that count? I'm just gonna go ahead and call that that's gonna happen in the next 5 years. Honestly, that's it. I haven't met any. Oh, I didn't meet him, but I saw Jeff Foxworthy.
Okay.
But I didn't walk up. I feel like meeting and seeing are two different things. Like walking up and shaking their hand is one thing.
Yeah.
But I've seen him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if you could control an app like TikTok, Instagram, what app would you want to control for a day?
Ooh. Yeah, I would take control of TikTok.
Okay, what would you do?
I would I would adjust. There have been some things that have been taken down, and then you'll see something else and be like, really? Really? This is allowed? But wait, really? Yeah. So I think just talking to the team and just being like, look, are we trying to promote positivity and being having people be in a good time and just yeah, just I won't get into it too much, but just being nasty on the app.
Nasty.
Being nasty. So nasty.
Yeah. All right. If you could pick 3 celebrities to be, so if you had a talk show yourself like this, and you got to pick 3 celebrities to be on your show, who would you want on there?
Ooh. I think I would really like to talk with Andrew Garfield. I would like to speak with the man Jim Carrey. If you've watched some of his documentaries, they're crazy. Just kind of his perspective on life and everything. Man, it's tough when you only get 3. Your only guess. I would actually want to talk to somebody who I'd find somebody who did something that I would never ever do, like that guy who climbed a cliff face without any gear. You know about that? It was called what was that movie called? It might have just been called Free Climb, but anyway, this guy just scaled this cliff face with no equipment, no safety gear, no if he falls, he's dead. Yeah. And that to me it just doesn't make sense. I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Yeah. Why? So I was like, I don't. So more like an understanding of something that I don't understand, which I think is like the great part about this whole process.
Exactly. All right. Name 3 of your favorite TikTok creators.
Ooh, Brody Wellmaker, DJ Hunt, official. He should absolutely be verified at this point. I think he's at like 7.5 or 6 million. Actually, that's what I would change for TikTok. I would make the verification status like very concrete. Like it really doesn't make sense. Some are, some aren't. And then, oh man. I'm trying to remember how to say his name. You know how some, you know exactly who the face is, but you can't remember the name of their page, which is awful to say, which I feel like mine is like that because it's Chris Tudifer. But I think everybody pronounced it as, oh yeah, it's Chris T. Woodifer. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, so DJ Hunt, Brody Wellmaker, and I always enjoy Call Me Chris. She's another person who uses her own voices to create her own skits and craziness in the house. Anybody that I'm like, man, you risked your neighbors seeing that. Yeah, I'm like, I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that.
All right. So I'm going to give you 3 names. They're just ordinary names, and I want you to do a voice. So if I was to say Chad, what would a Chad sound like?
Well, Chad's gonna be like, the guy who's not really going to class all that often, trying to make his way through school, but I'd rather just hang out with the chicks, dude. It's all about the chicks, man. I mean, Easter's coming up. Like, that's all I care about, dude. Spring break, man. Like, are you gonna be there, dude, or are you not? Like, that's what I'm asking. Am I right, boys? Am I right? That's right, dude. I mean, what are you even asking, man? It's Chad, bro.
Chad, bro. All right. Sarah.
Well, the problem with a Sarah is I really only have one girl voice, and it's kind of like the really prissy one. But yeah, if you want my number, I would totally give it to you.
All right. Last one. This is actually one of my characters. So,
Doctor. One of your originals?
Yes, one of my originals.
Ooh, okay.
Dr. Harriet Cromwell.
Oh, all right. Hold on.
Well, yes, if we were to do it the way in which you presumably wanted to do it, I imagine the entire facility would fall into shambles. So we won't be doing it your way. We'll be doing it my way.
All right. Would you like to meet Dr. Cromwell?
Yes, I would like to meet this one.
Oh, yes. Hello, my boy. How are you doing?
I wasn't close at all.
No, you just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yes.
Doctor. Anytime you say the doctor, they have to be sophisticated.
Yes. Dr. Harriet Cromwell is trying to get hype with the kids, trying to figure out how to do the whip and nay without breaking a hip.
Yes.
I
hear that's all the rage.
And then there's his son Lisbon, who's got like a real Cockney accent. He's like, "Hello, Dad."
Yeah, we Yeah, that was standard girl voice, and then my standard kid voice is this one right here. That's what all the kids sound like.
It reminds me of a character of South Park.
Oh,
Um,
there is that one kid, Kyle's cousin Kyle, who kind of, he's like, I'm back. I can't go out in the sunshine without any of my sunscreen.
and then it's just Eric. Yes, screw you, Cal.
Screw you, guys. I'm going home.
All right. If you could change 3 things about you, what would they be?
Oh, 3 things. You know, if I was 3 inches taller, I would have got to play basketball a lot more back in high school. I had to ride the bench. I had to ride the bench until I was a senior, because our big man was just a little taller than me. But then when I finally got to play my senior year, you know, everything started clicking, like scoring. I love basketball. But I love the way, I love me. I don't know if I really would change that much. If I could change things that I maybe would have done, I wish I would have just maybe started sooner. Like, I wish, obviously you can't start TikTok that much sooner, because did it even really exist before 2018?
No, it was Musically back then.
Yeah, totally different app too. Totally different. But like, for example, YouTube, you know, could have started that a while, because my buddies and I, we loved making little videos, and some of the stuff I made, especially with like Flex Force making fun of Power Rangers. There's an old video that will never surface on the internet because it's that bad, called Power Rangers. We just took the R off but like, we all dressed up, you know, in the colors of the Rangers, and our Zords were like, my friend's dad had like all these old push mowers, and those were our Zords. It was like that was our goal. Like, we went to each other's houses and just made videos, and then we would plaster them up on the computer, like make our whole families come in, and then just be like, pretty funny, huh? Yeah. So it was pretty much the internet and all these apps, but we just weren't posting them. And I feel like maybe we should have. Maybe we should have. No, man, I don't know. I'm a firm believer that you were made the way that you were supposed to be made. You know, there's wishes and all kinds of stuff like that, but I hope to live a good life and make people smile. That's what I want to do. And for my dog to grow up and start barking like a baby.
All right.
Can you hear him?
Question. Oh, look, just a little bit, but it's kind of cute. Besides doing voice impressions, being hilariously funny, show us a secret talent.
Ooh.
Oh.
and then my favorite magic trick is second here.
Very nice, very nice.
Woo! Show us more.
Oh. All right. Well, Chris, once again, here is your chance for redemption. My show is in your hands. You can ask me kind of the same questions you can ask about a secret talent. Basically, you're interviewing me.
Throw it back at you.
Mm-hmm.
What platforms are you on?
I am on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Cameo, YouTube, Rizzle, Clapper, Discord, Reddit. I know there's a 10th one, but I can't remember. Linktree. There we go.
Nice. I was like, there were ones in there that I didn't even hear. What is Clapper?
It's kind of like TikTok, but for smaller creators, and you get.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, nice. Are you saying I can't join? Is that what you're saying?
You can if you want to.
Clapper. Favorite game console and why?
Xbox, because it's got the big green logo and it makes me feel like it's gonna glow in the dark and come out at me.
Because it's pretty. I absolutely prefer the Xbox controller. I think it's like the quintessential controller. Like it's really well made. The PS5 controller has improved a good bit, but it's still, I just don't understand the analog stick being down here. I just want it to be up. I don't know, but I applaud that. I have like, I think all the systems. I love video games. I haven't Twitched in a while. I need to get back into that. But
That was the 10th one. Twitch.
there it is. That's the one. You're welcome. You're welcome. Let's do, you are having three famous people over for dinner. Who are you having over?
Okay, of course, Jim Carrey. Gotta have the legend. It's Brendan Urie, so the lead singer from Panic at the Disco.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And then Ellen DeGeneres.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice. Let's throw that question too. If you had your own television talk show, what would you call it?
Mike Time with Marty.
Nice.
I'd keep the name because it's copyrighted now, so I have to use
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's good. I need to start copywriting all of my stuff. Gutter Man, I am making a comic, so keep your eyes open. I'm actually turning it into a graphic novel. So I'm combining the comedy and the art, and this is like the combo of that. So hopefully somewhere closer to Christmas, that will be more to completion. But it'd be hilarious to see that in bookstores at some point. What type of movies do you prefer to watch? Like what genres of movies do you gravitate to?
comedies all the way.
Nice. Are you a Star Wars fan?
Use the force, you will. Yes,
Very good, that Russ. How would you rank the Star Wars movies?
Oh goodness.
We won't add an hour to this, but
to be honest,
all right, hold on. Let's do your favorite Star Wars movie and least favorite Star Wars movie.
okay. Favorite Star Wars movie has to be the first one. Like the whole intro to Luke Skywalker, Yoda and all those guys. And then least favorite, I think it's going to be a mixture between the second to last one, so like one of the recent ones. I can't remember what the name of it is.
Oh, The Last Jedi.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
And then there's one other one, but I can't remember it. But yeah, The Last Jedi wasn't. It wasn't the best one in my opinion.
One of my good friends just watched all the way through. Like he'd never watched them before, watched all the way through, and now he's like, "Yeah, I can't wait to talk with you about this because I know that you're." I was like, "Oh yeah, man! Like we could have a whole separate podcast for Star Wars." Oh yeah.
Got any more questions?
Oh yes. What is your favorite color?
Red. Explains to here.
Oh, nice, dude. That was kind of hidden. You just bring things out of the Matrix. Earlier you brought up cards, and I was like, where was that? Red, where was that? Oh, dude, flying? Yeah, I can fly. Yeah, dude. You just soar off when this is over. Oh, what movie event? What do you think? Like, I know you talked about that lady saying you were funny, but I feel like sometimes there's movies. Like for me, I think watching The Mask with Jim Carrey, like I internalized that. So, what movie or show might have had an impact on like you as a person?
Movie has to be Ace Ventura.
Yeah.
It just brings out the wakiness in me. It's like, oh, just seeing Jim Carrey just and then it's either Impractical Jokers.
Oh yeah.
Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yes. Oh, Whose Line Is It Anyway? So good.
I love doing it.
Said that for my series. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's like a testament to like props, making that's like genuine funny because you know that they didn't get a chance to talk about it beforehand. You're my baby. Two more. Oh man. Oh, would you rather run in real life or run on a treadmill? Treadmill?
Treadmill.
Nice. And then if you were a superhero, what's your power? And then what's your weakness?
My power would probably be teleportation, but my weakness would be, since I'm so white, I glow in the dark.
No. Nice. I reflect all beams of light.
Would just be like in a circle, everyone would be going like, oh, I can shoot lasers out my eyes. I can control metal. Oh, what's yours? I glow in the dark.
Yeah. I am. There is no darkness in me. Here, hold on 1 second.
No worries.
Buddy. Did you get to see the new Batman movie?
No, not yet.
Yeah, that one. He's like literally hiding in the shadows, but you would just be, oh yeah, here I am.
And who's this little angel?
This is Remy, who is a anxiety-filled dog who knows I'm in here. So he just had to know. He just had to get back in here.
Oh, it's adorable.
Okay, bud.
So, where do you see yourself? Maybe in this year, do you see yourself having merch coming out, anything like that?
Yeah, I've actually got merch on my YouTube channel. I just don't market it that much or like say anything about it. There's a couple of different bro t-shirts, and then there's actually like the Gutterman cover page shirt. It's just like a rectangle, makes it look like a manga cover. So I want to make a few more, because I do think there's ways that I can integrate more art into my content. They're not always separate. And then anytime I do artwork, the comments are like, you can draw, you can do this, you can do that. So, but I think when a video starts, if you're not seeing like your face or like my face, people might, keep on swiping. So I just kind of weasel some more artwork into it.
Okay. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a test for both of us. Since we are both voice impersonators, we like to sound like different people. I'm going to put a minute on my phone, and you have to do as many voice impressions as you can in a minute.
Oh, okay. Hold on a second.
He's getting the list out.
Sometimes I just forget.
Actually, no, I should do that as well.
There was one, literally a video I made yesterday, something like that. I finished it, posted it, and then the next day I was like, I forgot to do Droopy Dog.
Where did you go? Oh, there you
All right.
are. You ready?
You ready for action? You tell me go, and then I go.
Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. My name is Jason Statham. I like pumping your people in the face. Mr. T knows a thing or two because he's seen a thing or two. State Farm is there. At which point did you think that was smart? I know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm gonna do it well. This isn't my fancy Italian sports car. Can't make the scene if you don't got the green. 4 o'clock, why don't you pity? 5:30, stare into the abyss. Fire Marshal Bill here. Everything's a potential hazard. My name is Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Oh yes, that would be so nice, so nice. Well, Miss Purdy, I think that'd be just fine. Want a balloon, Georgie? Me too. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any honey, would you?
Time.
Oh man. I was like, I know I'm close.
You did about good 14, 15.
Nice.
All right.
If it was only one word each, right?
Yes.
So what's funny is like on this list, which is just a white screen right now, I have a whole section that's just dedicated to Star Wars because you'll have to go find on my YouTube. I have 50 Star Wars impressions, and I feel like all the alien ones are way better than all the human ones.
All right. Do you want to
Hold on, I got you here.
a minute timer? Let me know.
Please wait. Boo, 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 boo.
Homer J. Simpson. Oh, homie. Oh, yes, hello, Smithers. Release the hounds. 4 o'clock, low shall pretty. 4:30, stare into the abyss. Alrighty then. Oh, I don't like you, Jimmy Turner. Hal, what the heck is going on? Oh, my fellow Americans. Well, we get a bit of wood. It's gonna be amazing. Oh, yes, hello, Brian. You sound like some cool whip. King Julian! Yes, what do you want, Mort? I want to touch the feet. You talking to me? No, you talking to me. It's me, Matthew McConaughey. All right. Yeah, history, hooray. What's up, Jack? Uh, 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 what? Welcome to the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Hot dog. Gorge, how you, Mick? Hello, my name is Vladimir.
Time. Isn't that funny? We kind of know in our head when a minute is.
Hey,
See, Mickey's one of my favorites, and I forgot to do it.
Dude, yeah. Donald is one of the hardest ones ever. That's like one I just physically cannot do.
Mm.
I can do the like, but I can't talk like him.
yeah. I think the most difficult one for me right now would have to be Scooby-Doo. Yeah. Just like Reggie.
Like Scoob. That's one of those ones, kind of like Batman.
Yeah.
If you try to do it too much, you'll end up busting your vocal cords. And it just does. It's just not healthy.
Yeah. One thing my nieces and nephew hate is like when they're misbehaving, my voice can go really, really deep. So like they'd be misbehaving, I'd be going, go to bed. And I'm like, ah!
Yeah.
It is time for bed.
You forgot to do Venom.
Venom. Then go and get him. Yeah, I did. See. And when I made the list, I was like, oh yeah. And I'm sure if I watched a couple of stuff, I could add to that. There's not enough time to watch stuff. That's what I need to do, is just absorb other movies and things for like a month. Just lock me in a cell and just let me watch stuff. There's not enough time in a day.
Sounds like the dream. All right. Well, Chris, I'm going to give you the floor. Promote yourself. TikTok, Instagram. Let the people know what's going on.
Oh my gosh, thanks, mate. So, folks, Chris Tudor on all platforms. Yeah, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. It is Chris Tudor on all those platforms. Be sure to follow both of us, okay, for listening in today. And thank you for my wonderful host for having me today. And it was wonderful talking to another impressionist. That was fantastic. So to anybody who's trying to get into voice acting or just comedy in general, I think I speak for the both of us when I say you just give it a shot. Just give it a try. If you're filming things, be lively, film at whatever hour you feel the best at. And you just do it. Just do it.
You're gonna have to put Chris Tudor on another social media app.
Clapper.
Cameo.
Oh, I have that. Sorry, I have that too. I have that too. Yeah, Cameo, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. And I said Twitch already. Yeah.
What about
Chris Tudor. I was lucky enough that I get to have that name for all of them. Chris Tudor.
Duffer? Well, the bird is somewhere.
Which funny enough comes from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes.
Flintlock Wood. When he calls that one machine, he goes, the Niftifer. My friend Joanna would call me Chris Niftifer. So part of my name comes from that. And then also when Flow Rider released Get Low, Get Low? No, just low. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur. Yeah, that. So it's Chris Tudor. Yeah.
Every time I hear the name Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I just think Steve.
Steve. Yeah. Yeah, for you it's Steve. It's those keywords. Yeah, for me it's Flintlock Wood. And then when he does that run, get back in there, Tia.
Steve. Oh, I love it.
Might go watch that right now.
All right, well, Chris, last question of the interview. Who would you like to see next on Mike Time with Marty?
Ooh, on your show, I get to pick the next guest. Oh my gosh.
Even though I already have a guest planned out, but like if you had a famous friend that you want to see on here or anything like that. Try it like that.
I think if you haven't talked to him already, that the guy I mentioned earlier, DJ Hunt official, the hustle is real. He's posting left and right, he uses sounds from comedians a lot and basically acts out, the skit or whatever joke they're telling. Lots of I've noticed that like the videos that I gravitate towards there's effort. There's a lot of effort put into it. And like when you're doing an impression, like, it's one thing to do it, but then like throw it into a skit and like, what else can happen. So yeah, he's just one, like I'm seeing the effort, but also, he just like anything and everything. He just does it. And I respect him a lot. So, and he's for he and me, I feel like we both use comedy. We're always trying to reach out to people and make people laugh. And it's very important that we find people that make us laugh too. Cause when you're used to being the funny guy in the room, you always got to ask like, well, who's making you laugh? And that's very important to take time for yourself too. Yeah.
Well, Chris, this sadly concludes our interview. Thank you so much for taking your time. I will make sure to send you. Yes, I know it's so bad.
Text me, baby. Call me. What are you doing? It's over. Are you breaking up with me? Believe this. We were only online for like an hour. Whatever. Swipe right. I don't care. It's just too much. It's just too much. Thanks for having me.
So I'll make sure to send you the link so you can brag to everyone that you're on Mic Time with Marty. Expect a duet on TikTok, and also a few Instagram stories coming your way. If there's anything I can do to help out, if you want me to be in a video or vice versa, just let me know. And yeah, who knows? Maybe when you become big, rich, and famous, we could do this again sometime.
Perfect, man. All right, my brother. Well, again, thanks for having me. And we didn't have to play Zoom tag anymore. We finally locked this in. You have a great day, and I'm going to go have a great night.
Yes, enjoy watching Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Yes, Steve.
Steve.
I will flip like wood. Catch everybody later. I'm out of here.
See you later, Chris.
See you, boss.